This slot 2 analysis session. My name is Ronak Shah, and in this particular video I'm going to give you complete analysis of slot 2 CAT 2020 slot 2, which has just got over. So as per my discussion with the students, the CAT 2020 aspirants, those who appeared for slot 2, I have got some really valuable inputs and I compared those with slot 1. So I'm going to share the complete details with you so that it would be really helpful for you, whether you are a CAT 2020 aspirant or you're going to write CAT in 2021. So as it is clearly mentioned over here, slot 2 was slightly different than slot 1. So let's quickly understand what were the changes. As far as the number of questions and breakup is concerned, it was same. There were 76 questions with about 18 to 19 theta questions. Level of difficulty overall was moderate. So in terms of level of difficulty overall, there was not much change. The first section was verbal, 40 minutes, 26 questions. Second section LRDI, 40 minutes, 24 questions, and third section quant, 40 minutes, 26 question. So what were the changes? Let's quickly look at that. But before that, guys, in case if you are attending my session for the first time, so this is a bit about myself. You can quickly look at my profile and you can keep learning with us for CAT and other entrance exams. And yes, I'm starting many new batches on Unacademy app also, so make sure all of you have downloaded this app and continue learning with me. So guys, yes, let me quickly take you to the important point. So as you know, this year the number of questions was slightly more as compared to the time given. So per question you get about 1.6 minutes time. Level of difficulty has remained same, almost same, you can say, as you had seen in 18 and 19. Logical reasoning and data interpretation section was again a little tough. Theta questions 18 to 19. Length of the passages moderate, and LRDI caselates difficulty wise moderate to difficult. This is what you can say. So let's look at slot 2 area wise breakup. So in quant section, if you look at arithmetic, once again was dominating section area. There were plenty of questions based on arithmetic, very few questions based on numbers. Once again, geometry, there were about 5 questions. The only difference between slot 1 and slot 2, in slot 1 most of the students mentioned that there were plenty of mensuration based geometry questions, while in slot 2 there was rarely one question which was based on mensuration. They were mostly based on circles and triangles, so you require to remember theorems and all for that, right? Modern maths, again 4 to 5 questions. There was one question from function, one from progression, one from logarithm, and one from other area. Algebra, if we talk about, so there were 5 to 6 questions once again from algebra. So number of questions from algebra and arithmetic have remained same. The major difference is in geometry. So those who appeared for CAT in slot 1, definitely they must have found geometry easier, because in slot 1 when I discussed with the students, so they mentioned that the questions were like this. There is a rectangle, and in the rectangle circle has been drawn such that it touches two sides of the rectangle. Of course it must be touching to longer side. Yeah, hi Harsh, I'll tell you Harsh about that. And this circle is painted. Okay, so this circle is colored. After this leftover portion is 1/3 of the total rectangle area. This blank area is 1/3 of the total rectangle area. So you had to find out ratio of length of longer side versus the radius, something like that. I'm just giving you a rough idea. Now solving this kind of question is not very difficult, but when you get questions based on tangents and secant and some theorems of triangle and all, it is slightly difficult. Okay, Harsh, I didn't appear for CAT. I am talking to you based on the interaction with my students. So I had analyzed the mock test of my students. So I have students who have been scoring in mock test in the range of 50 to 120. So you can say the one who is going to get about 70-75 percentile to the one who is going to get 99 plus percentile. So I have collected the feedback, and based on that I'm sharing the experiences. Okay, so that's a major change. As far as LRDI is concerned, now look at this one. In the morning slot there was one complete caselet based on set theory, while in the second slot there was no set based on set theory. Okay, there was no caselet. Once again I'm getting mixed reviews. There were few students who mentioned that they had one set of set theory, the other students said they didn't have the set of set theory. So even I'm wondering whether the questions in the same slot are also shuffled or what. But yes, most of the students said that they didn't have set theory based caselet, while in the morning there were about 5 to 6 questions which were based on the concept of set theory. Most of the logical reasoning questions were slightly on the tougher side, so overall students felt that this section was slightly more difficult. it was slightly more difficult. Okay, verbal, yes, moderate level of difficulty. In fact, many students mention that it was easier, verbal was easy, but I believe they must be naturally good at verbal, and that's why probably they felt that it was easy. Okay, RC 18 question, parajumble 3 question, paragraph summary 3, and odd one out 2 questions. This was slightly easy to handle. So guys, if you are going to write CAT in slot 3, you can definitely attempt this parajumble, parasummary and odd one out questions first, and then you can go to RC question. Most of the RC passages were easy to understand, but then the questions were not direct. The questions were mostly inference based. Okay, so this is what you need to be careful about, right? So if I just share with you the students feedback, so they felt that the paper was same as last year. Quant was slightly lengthy. Of course they must have felt that this is lengthy because the time was less. In quant, more arithmetic and algebra question, very few question from numbers, no PNC probability. Geometry questions were mostly mensuration based in the morning, but right now they were mostly theorem based. Okay, in this slot they were mostly theorem based. Very few calculation based DI and more logical slats, slightly on the tougher side. Length of the passages were short to moderate, passages were easy, but the questions were mostly inference based, and theta questions were as expected. Okay, Paras summary, some students say they had 2 questions. Okay, in fact 3 questions. Look at this, para summary 3 questions, Harsh. Okay, now let me share some questions with you guys. So these are the questions which have been asked in CAT 2020 slot 2, guys. These are straight from the CAT exam, right? Many students share they shared just rough outline of the question. So 2 concentric circle, this is a geometry question. Another geometric question, larger circle having diameter 2 cm more than smaller one has a chord of 6 cm in larger circle, and that chord is also tangent to the smaller circle. Find the radius of the larger circle. I can say this question is slightly easy to solve. A circle of radii 5 cm with center O has a tangent PQ passing through points A and B inside the circle such that point A is 4 cm north of O and B is 3 cm east of O. Find the length of chord PQ, slightly moderate question. Then look at this one, kind of profit and loss question, or you can say simple word based problem. A person purchased some pencils and sharpener for some rupees. The student who shared this question didn't remember exact numbers, but something like say 500 rupees. Another person purchased twice pencils and 10 less sharpener for some rupees. So let's assume 400, and you have to find the number of pencils purchased by second one. So again, this is a word based problem and it is solvable. You just need to make equations and you need to solve it. There was once again a geometry question, equilateral triangle and rectangle perimeter total is 90 cm and triangle area is T, rectangle area is R, and you are given this relationship R is equal to T square. So this relationship was given. Also rectangle sides are in the ratio 1:3, find the longest side. So this is again a moderate question. Then look at this one, in a race A beat C by 90 meter, B beat C by 50 meter and A beat B by 45 meter. Find the length of the race. Guys, must be easy question. You just need to create 3 equations like this one. In fact, you can just write it this way, A, B, C. Let's assume the racetrack length as X meter. So A beats C by 90 meter. That means when A runs X meter, C runs X minus 90 meter. B beats C by 50. So when B runs X, C must be running X minus 50, and A beat B by 45. So when A runs X, B must be running X minus 45. Of course, the ratio of speeds will remain same. Okay, so what is the ratio of speed of A and C? You can find out it's X is to X minus 90. Same way you can find out B is to C and you know A is to B. So by solving this 3, you can get the answer, right? In such question, of course, you can also go by answer option, but this was, I guess, a theta question. So that's why you will have to solve these equations. Are you getting this point? Look at this one. There are 2 racetracks, T1 and T2 of 100 meter and 20 meter touch at point A. There are 2 tracks. Ram and Rahim start at point A towards T1 and T2 with speeds this one and this one. After how many rounds will they meet? Again, races question. So there was 2 races question in slot 2. Yeah, and this is the reason you need to be well prepared with all the areas. You need to be well prepared with all the areas. There was one number question, you can say, you can call it a number or algebra question. For real value of x, what is the minimum value of this one? Even in the morning slot, there was one question where you had to find out the minimum value, right? So this kind of questions are very frequent in CAT. So guys, looking at the feedback and the experiences of students, okay, I feel that 55 marks will once again get you 80 plus percentile, 72 marks 90 plus percentile, 85 marks 95 plus percentile, and 110 to 120 marks 99 plus percentile. So this looks like the overall summary of the paper up till now based on the experiences that students have shared. Of course, these are raw scores. The normalized scores will be slightly different. Okay, you understand the normalization. I'll also launch a video for which will explain you the normalization process. So please stay tuned to this channel and keep learning with us, guys. Remember this code SHAH10. So if you are preparing for other entrance exam like SNAP, CMAT, ZAT and all, you can definitely go for plus course, or you can just start attending our free sessions on Unacademy Learning app also. For that also you will require this code. So remember this code SHAH10 and keep learning with me even on Unacademy Learning app. So as far as this analysis is concerned, this is it what I had to share. I'll quickly address your query. Harsh, you were in slot 2. Okay, so how was your feedback of slot 2? Can you quickly just share your feedback over here, Harsh? You are saying LRDI could do 11 questions. Now first of all, tell me how many questions you used to solve in mock. What is your mock test score and how many questions you used to solve in mocks? Harsh, if you can just quickly tell me. Achha, make sure everyone, please make sure that you are in this group, because today at 8 p.m. guys, at 8 p.m. tonight, I'm conducting one complete analysis of this CAT 2020, all 3 slots put together, and it will be slightly different. It's going to be on Unacademy app. Okay, so please join me for that session so that you get the holistic perspective. Right now what we are doing is I'm just sharing with you the slot by slot update, but once we have the complete clear picture, it will be easier for us to make better predictions. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys, that's it. And now I'll see you at 7:30 once again with slot 3 analysis, and then at 8 p.m. on Unacademy Learning app. So keep learning with us and let's crack it, guys. Thank you.